one we are doing one session, one chapter, and we have completed chapter number 1, and today we will see chapter number 2. Some portion we have completed last time. So let us prepare for the concentrated dose by sitting straight, head, neck, backbone straight. I must practice this every day to sit 5 minutes, 10 minutes, 1 hour, 2 hours. Sthira Sukhasanam. When body becomes still, the mind becomes silent very easily. Let us withdraw our mind from all that has happened in the past. Till 7:30 today, Sunday morning, whatever has happened, it has gone. Never to come back. So let us only ask oneself one question: what are my learnings from school, college, marriage, job, business, and keep those learnings only in the mind, in the memory. And those learnings must create joy. Let us withdraw our mind from all future worries, anxieties. अब तक तो निभाया है. Why to worry? Let us focus on our breath to keep our mind in the present moment. Because the truth is there is only present moment. Whenever we are in the past and future, that also we are thinking in the present moment itself. A still body, a silent, peaceful mind, a clear intellect is our sadhana to do every day to keep this instrument tuned for this knowledge. Some lingering thoughts are always there. Those go away by chanting loudly. So let us chant loudly. Om. 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 Om Sahana Vavatu Sahanau Bhunaktu Saha Viryam Karvavahai Tejasvinavadhitamastu ma vidvishavahai. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti.
गजाननं भूतगणादिसेवितं कपित्थजम्बूफलसारभक्षितम् उमासुतं शोकविनाशकारणं नमामि विघ्नेश्वर पादपङ्कजं सरस्वती नमस्तुभ्यं वरदे कामरूपिणि विद्यारम्भं करिष्यामि सिद्धिर्भवतु मे सदा अखण्डमण्डलाकारं व्याप्तं येन चराचरं तत्पदं दर्शितं येन तस्मै श्रीगुरवे नमः। अज्ञानतिमिरान्धस्य ज्ञानाञ्जनशलाकया चक्षुरुन्मीलितं येन तस्मै श्रीगुरवे नमः। गुरुर्ब्रह्मा गुरुर्विष्णुः गुरुर्देवो महेश्वरः गुरुरेव परं ब्रह्म तस्मै श्रीगुरवे नमः। स्थावरं जङ्गमं व्याप्तं यत्किञ्चित् सचराचरं तत्पदं दर्शितं येन तस्मै श्रीगुरवे नमः। चिन्मयं व्यापि यत् सर्वं त्रैलोक्यं सचराचरं तत्पदं दर्शितं येन तस्मै श्रीगुरवे नमः। त्वमेव माता च पिता त्वमेव त्वमेव बन्धुश्च सखा त्वमेव त्वमेव विद्या द्रविणं त्वमेव त्वमेव सर्वं मम देवदेव। सदाशिवसमारम्भां शङ्कराचार्यमध्यमाम् अस्मदाचार्यपर्यन्तां वन्दे गुरुपरम्परां। श्रुतिस्मृतिपुराणानाम् आलयं करुणालयं नमामि भगवत्पाद शङ्करं लोकशङ्करं। शङ्करं शङ्कराचार्यं केशवं बादरायणं सूत्रभाष्यकृतौ वन्दे भगवन्तौ पुनः पुनः। समस्तजनकल्याणे निरतं करुणामयं नमामि चिन्मयं देवं सद्गुरुं ब्रह्मविद्वरं सद्गुरुं ब्रह्मविद्वरम्। वसुदेवसुतं देवं कंसचाणूरमर्दनं देवकी परमानन्दं कृष्णं वन्दे जगद्गुरुं कृष्णं वन्दे जगद्गुरुं। हरि ओम।
Yom. Thank you, Manisha. So we are doing chapter-wise summary, one session, one chapter. We have completed chapter 1, Arjuna Vishada Yoga, and we are doing chapter 2, that is Sankhya Yoga. Knowledge. So first we have to focus on the knowledge, and why knowledge is important, because that is the solution to all problems in life. So what is the problem statement? All problems in life are because of this thing. Identity crisis leading to confusion in my role and goal in that situation. That situation is very important word, because situation keeps changing. School situation, college situation, marriage situation, job situation. What is the cause of this? Attachment. What is attachment? Mindness. What is mindness? Very important point. Those who are writing, psychological dependence on something for happiness where there is no happiness located. Why it happens? Because of ignorance of the self. So Lord is going to take this as the first topic, because the doctor always treats the patient at the root cause. What is the effect of this? That is the first chapter. Vishad, sadness, depression, anger, hatred, boredom, jealousy, and these all emotions drain our energy. So there is physical exhaustion, emotional drain, and intellectual confusion. So very important point, Arjun approached Lord Krishna and Bhagavad Gita with a problem. And that's the reason they say that sadness or dukkha actually makes us more mature in life. Otherwise, just coming and listening to Bhagavad Gita for intellectual fun and thinking that I'm spiritual is not a sadhak's quality. As Guruji says, जिसने कभी दुख भोगा ही नहीं है, why the person will be interested in liberating from sorrow? So very important point. Why am I listening to this? What is my problem statement? If I am not interested to overcome fear, anger, sadness, then this knowledge will be just for intellectual fun. It's a good fun, but still it will be intellectual fun. Why Arjun is our hero to emulate is that Arjun's turning point is 3A. 3A. First, admitting the ignorance. There are people who do not admit their ignorance and then appear, they want to be happy, they want to appear very knowledgeable. Then accepting the confusion, not justifying the confusion. And then third A, asking right question to right person. Very, very important point. When I am sad, then I must ask the right person right question. And when this is there, Lord Krishna, what he did first was gave him a slap. Very important point. Didn't show empathy towards his crying and cribbing. Very important point. So, what is a learning for us? Whenever I find myself next time crying and cribbing and complaining, I must go in the bathroom and then look in the mirror and give one slap to myself and say, are you a coward? Are you a Napusan? Can't you face this situation? That is what Lord told. Are you a coward? You are a warrior and crying. So, Lord Krishna is not there to give us a slap, but we can actually go in the bathroom and see in the mirror that learning Vedanta and then crying and cribbing and complaining. Then what Lord started from the 11th verse is where Adi Shankaracharya's commentary starts in Bhagavad Gita. Adi Shankaracharya has not even given commentary for the first chapter because this is the topic. So last time we saw that Ashochan Anva Shochastvam, that is where Bhagavan starts his psychological surgery. And now this is the main important point of the entire Bhagavad Gita, entire spiritual knowledge of all scriptures, Bhagavad Gita, Upanishad, Brahma Sutra, Vedanta, whatever scripture religions we take, first one question I must be clear, which is dealt in all scriptures and here in Bhagavad Gita where Lord dwells, is who am I? Now, how is it related to fighting? Bhagavan says, once you know who are you, you will not only solve the problem, you will dissolve the problem. So that is where Bhagavad Gita comes very, very strongly and asks us to discover who am I. Even before God, I must discover myself. Because why? Because I say, I want to know God. I want to attain God. I want something from God. So I comes before. Who is this I? So that is what Lord takes up, and this is a very important topic. So from 11 to 30, Bhagavan says that Ashochan Anva Shochastvam Pradnya Vadansha Vasase. Those who think they are, very intelligent, they keep on blabbering about their sadness, about their depression, about situations in life without facing it. And very important point, Bhagavan says that ignorant people grieve about dead, those people who have gone. Somebody has, no, why children die, infants die, people die, people are going to die. As we have to see the analogy is very interesting and important. As we put one spoon of curd in the milk at night time and morning when the curd is formed out of milk, ignorant person will cry, oh, my milk has gone, it has become curd. Gatasuna gatashunsha. Nanu sochanti pandita. Intelligent people grieve about living. Oh, we should not become sad about living. No, why to become sad about living? Wise people do not grieve about dead or living both. So ignorant people grieve about dead. Intelligent people grieve about living. No, why this person is doing like this. Why this is happening in my life. Why me question disappears when we listen to Bhagavad Gita. And wise person doesn't grieve at all. So till this time we saw that sadness is the greatest enemy. And what is grief? Definition of grief. that this person constantly is worried and feeling miserable deep within. Why? Because I am not asking the fundamental question. Sometimes to feel sad, sometimes to worry, it is okay. But this person at the background, like that Tanpura goes in the singing, this Tanpura goes of miserableness, worry and anxiety. Then it is grief, and then I must definitely ponder over this. So what is the root cause? Now it is a most, I can write 100 times most important topic. Who am I? And Bhagavan says that that is the root cause of all misery. So know that there are three selves. And once we understand there are three selves, there is no reason to grieve. Why Bhagavan is removing his grief first? Because that is what Arjun told in the first chapter. And next slide we will see that Arjun as a lawyer, as a warrior, he became lawyer and gave lots of logic why he should not fight the war. Bhagwan is supreme lawyer. He is going to give you all rebuttals and cases why you should fight and why it is the best situation for you to have Shreya. But before that, what is the important point? Who am I? So at transaction level, there are three T's. Transaction level, suppose you consider that I am this physical body, then Bhishma and Drona also are physical bodies and they are in the enemy side, killing them will not incur any sin. How do I know that I am not the body? Because simple rule is the knower cannot be the known, the observer cannot be the observed, the experiencer cannot be the experienced, the drashta cannot be the drushya. As you are looking into the mobile phone or laptop, I definitely know I am not the mobile phone because the eyes are the drashta, the mobile phone is the drushya. So definitely I am clear at the intellectual scientific level that there is some I in me who is the drashta. And this body, I have it, not that I am the body. Once I know this, my half of the grieving challenges will go. No, I am becoming old, I am like this. Man, women, all things disappears. So you fight. There is no point in grieving. Suppose you consider yourself at body level also. What is the second? Suppose my belief that there is rebirth. So then I become the transmigratory self, Jiva Bhava, ego. And suppose you consider that, then killing Bhishma and Drona will not incur sin because they will go to higher worlds and they will be liberated because this is Dharma Yuddha. Any Yoddha fights in Dharma Yuddha, he is liberated or goes to higher world. And so I must ask myself that if I am going from one body to another body, all people are going from one body to another body. I am crying for the person who has died and that person has already taken birth and his birthday also or her birthday is celebrated there in the other place. And here I am still crying after 1 year, 2 years, 3 years, 10 years. I am still crying somebody has gone because I also is going to go and take another birth if I don't realize my own self. वासांसि जीर्णानि यथा विहाय नवानि गृह्णानि नरोपराणि. It is the example is the first example at the body level is milk turning curd. I must not cry, grieve. Second, after this session, some of you would get up, wear nice clothes and go to a function or go outside. Same thing, I'm going to just get up from here and go to another place, another set of parents, another set of husband, wife, another set of children, another set of relatives, another place, another whether it is America or Africa, jungle, or here Mumbai again, Chembur, who knows? So there is no point in grieving from that perspective also. And suppose I consider myself as Atma, my nature is such Chit Ananda, not subject to any modification. Then also there is no point in grieving and crying. It is like when it is raining, I am crying because the space is getting wet. Space never gets wet. Nainam chindanti shastrani, nainam dahati pavaka. So at body level, na hanyate hanyamane sharire. Even movies are using this. Who is the killer and who is going to get killed? So who am I is the fundamental question I must ask whenever I am sad. Whenever I'm sad, depressed, angry, irritated, frustrated, confused, I must ask, who am I? Oh, I am considering myself as body mind. Anyhow, it is going to get modified. Anyhow, situations are going to change. Why to cry, crib, complain? Now I will face the situation. That is what Lord is going to tell Arjun. But how to face is the challenge. So there are three possibilities. Whenever I am sad, I must ask this question: who am I? What I have learned from Bhagavad Gita, oh, I am having a body, I'm not the body. I am having a mind, but not the mind. I am having an intellect, not the intellect. If I am the jiva which is going from one body to another body, wow, it is celebration time. Because I might get Swarga, I might get America. Suppose somebody know next life I want in Switzerland, I might go to Switzerland. Best set of parents, best set of spouse, best ideal children, best brother-in-law, sister-in-law, best mother-in-law, best father-in-law, best job, best business. No, I don't want to do anything. Then arams. So no point in grieving. So from today, after this moment, 7:51. There is no logic in grieving. If I catch myself grieving, becoming sad, and then I must slap myself and read again. Somebody comes to us crying, we must slowly turn the mind of the person by asking, who are you? Who is crying? I am crying. Who is sad? I am sad. Who is this I? I don't know. Then refer to Bhagavad Gita chapter 2. First medicine by Dr. Lord Krishna to Arjun. And now, as Arjun has asked, please tell me what is Shreya for me. That is a very important word. In what my overall well-being is there, not what is pleasant to me in this situation. Also, when some people have this habit, everything will be all right, everything will be all right. It is nice to say, but we have to add one more line, everything will be all right if you take right action at right time. Bhagavan says everything is not all right because you are not taking right action at right time. So Arjun asked very, very important question many times to Lord Krishna that please guide me in my overall well-being is there. And what are the logics? These are important because Lord gives logics on 31 to 37 verses because he has to counter Arjun's logics. But what is the Shreya definition? Some people think that there is no absolute truth. Because Einstein said everything is relative. There are certain absolute truth. There are 7.9 billion people on this planet. If you ask at physical level, do you want to be healthy or unhealthy? No, I want to become healthy. I want to remain healthy. At emotional level, I want peace. At intellectual level, I want clarity. At spiritual level, I want happiness. At society level, I want harmony and prosperity. These are absolute truths. But there are certain religions who kill people and expand, but that is for harmony and prosperity only. So this will be the Shreya if you fight. And for us, we are not fighting the war like Arjun. If I face the situation objectively, that we are going to see in Karma Yoga, then I will get all these things. So find out your Swadharma. How to find out? I have to ask one question constantly, morning, afternoon, evening. What do I want in life? What am I actually seeking in life? And what do I love to do? These two questions again and again I have to ask till Swadharma is found out when I find Swadharma, I forget time and space. In whatever action I am doing, I will forget time and space. And when I forget time and space, I forget myself. So work actually must be able to ensure that I forget myself. The ego dissolves. That we will see in the further one. But that is what Lord Krishna says here and gives the arguments. That this is Dharma Yuddha. You are Kshatriya. Your duty is to fight for Dharma. So fight. If you die, you will enjoy heaven because this is Yuddha. If you win, you will enjoy the earth. But if you run away from this situation by asking why me and I don't want to face this situation, what has come to me in this point of time, which is my own past karma in coming forward, then you will become infamous for running away from duty because that situation will come back again because I have not completed it. I have not closed the book of accounts. At the end of the year, end of the month, end of the quarter, the books of accounts must be closed. What are my books of accounts? Accounts of relationship must be completed. Lena dena must be completed. Suppose I have taken, then I have to give back whatever. It is not only money. You will be labeled as coward if you run away. Earlier you said, I want to see these stupid people who have gathered to in front of me to fright, and now you are want to run away. You will incur sin, inner agitation of not doing duty. So whenever I am having inner agitation, inner restlessness, then somewhere I have not done the duty. All of us are matured to think that our conscience will prick us. Many people have discussed this maybe with me that, I have not done, enough seva towards my parents and parents have gone. What is to be done now? At least have one photo. At least remember them every day. At least ask forgiveness every day. Ask Pitru's Ashirwad every day. That will save the matter. You will be dishonored, looked down upon, which is more than death. Suppose I don't do duty as a husband, as a wife, as mother-in-law, father-in-law, mother, father, grandparent, children, manager in the office, businessman, then there will be challenges which I will have internal challenges. Outside everything may look two cars, one beautiful house, foreign travel, 100 countries, but inside I will have that challenge. So get up and fight. But how? With a different attitude. So now Jnana Yoga is completed. What is Jnana Yoga? Who am I? What is my real nature? Now, how to do action? That is Karma Yoga. So now Karma Yoga, again and again, Bhagavan comes back to this same topic because he says you get up and fight, but with a different attitude now. Earlier, you had a different attitude of defeating them. And for Hastinapur, now you fight without anger, without attachment. सो सुख दुखे समय कृत्वा लाभा लाभौ जया जयो ततो युद्धाय युज्यस्व नैनम पापम वाप्स्यसि. Fight for sake of fight with equanimity without attachment to results. Three types of results: pain and pleasure. Okay, I'm going to face the situation. Gain or loss, no problem. This is very important because we are very much scared of no from other person. Victory of defeat, very much bothered. Those people who are highly self-image conscious, they will be not starting the action or journey just because thinking that what will people say, whether I will be succeeding only. Failure also, it's okay. There will be some difficulties. No, I don't want to commit because there will be lot of challenges. So I am scared of thinking of challenges only. Very important point. We are going to do one line summary of this Karma Yoga. We have to face the situation objectively. Karmannevadhikaraste, my favorite verse, one of the favorite verse. Ma phaleshu kadajana ma karma phala heturbu mate sangostu akarmani. So once I look at the situation objectively, second point I have to see what is in my control, what is not in my control. From today we have to take one resolution. What is in my not in my control, I will not criticize. I will only ask what is in my control am I doing? That in my control I can do exercise for the body, that I am not doing. In my control I can talk pleasantly to people, that I am not doing. In my control I can have harmonious relationship with people, that I am not doing. In my control I am not striving for a goal for success, that I am not doing. And then I am criticizing India, God, this country, that country, why this is happening, why this country is doing, why God is doing like this. Bhagavan says, control the controllables because I have given you only one freedom. Only one freedom in the present moments, that is your action. And second, Bhagavan says that do not brood over results, future, because the result is in my control. So this is a high level of intelligence comes to exactly think that what is in my control. Even the blood flowing in my arteries and veins are not in my control. Heart blockage not in my control. How the kidneys functioning not in my control. What is in my control I have to do. No, no, other person must behave as I want the other person to behave. In close relationship, this is a most, what do you call, deeper problem. I want other person to behave as I want, as I am behaving. That is not going to happen. Even my thoughts are not listening to me. How other person's behavior will be as per I want. So I must operate at low expectation level and focus on this. And then what I must do? I must focus on yogastha kuru karmani sangam tyatva dhananjaya. Do actions with love, single pointed determination with clarity of role and goal. And what will happen? Equanimity. Samatvam yoga uchyate. After every action is complete, project is complete, there must be peace and equanimity. Otherwise, action is complete. Some cooking is complete, some function is complete, and then I'm still restless and talking and not happy about it. Because the wealth of peace and equanimity will come only when I do the actions properly. Yoga karmasu kaushalam. Be skillful and efficient in action. Not that I must do all actions for God just like that. Even bathing I must do properly. Everything must be in its right place, right thing, right action. And that can be known on from how we dress, how we look, how our house is that, how we send an email, how we make a flyer, how we talk, how we sit, how we walk. So everything can be skillful because it's a skill to practice. And the desire must be to always say that I must improve upon it. Can I improve upon it? No, no, I am like this. You accept as you want. Then yoga karmasu kaushalam, I am not following. Be in the moment means I must ask whether I can do better than this. And definitely there will be many things I can do better than this. I can talk better, I can eat better, I can communicate better, I can conduct better, I can achieve better. So what is the one line formula for Karma Yoga? Be objective in the situation. Please ask, am I being objective? What is the goal of that situation? Focus on controllables. What I can do only and focus on this. No, no, but that person is behaving like this, that person is saying like this, that person always does like that. That is not in my control. What I can do, I will do skillfully. Give 100% attention with love and be skillful. Because it is a skill to be practiced. Guruji gives one formula: an altar in life alters our life. ALTAR. Till we don't have this kind of thought, then my action will enhance my ego. My actions will create more misery for me rather than giving peace and equanimity. So, action or duty or karma is to be done for dissolving ego. So, that is an answer. Why am I doing job? Why am I creating a family? Why am I doing business? Why am I transacting? To dissolve my ego. And how to dissolve the ego? Because less ego, more joy. Less ego, more happiness. Less ego, more equanimity. So Arjun questioned then, Bhagwan, you have told this Jnana Yoga, you have told this Karma Yoga seems to be difficult. Is there really something called as Atma? I never thought before coming to Bhagavad Gita, I thought I am this body only. And is there someone really, who realizes this Atma? And can it all be attained by karma? Just by being as a housewife, can I attain the highest? Yes. Wherever, whatever situation I am into, suppose I follow Karma Yoga, that situation can liberate me. And here and now only I can experience that happiness and peace in transactions. So, Arjun is very smart. He is not asking like this, but he is asking, Bhagwan, is there any person like that who realizes the self? And suppose he realizes this Atma and does all follows this Karma Yoga, how this person will conduct in this world, how his transactions will be there, how he will behave in this world, what will be his attitude towards the world. So we come to a very beautiful topic. From 54 to 61, Bhagavan gives Sthita Prajna Lakshan, qualification of an enlightened person. And these are sadhana pointers for a sadhak. So these qualifications are given of a person who has realized the truth. For us, it becomes a sadhana pointers to practice. So now very important point, Arjun is out of grief. So this is a psychological surgery what Lord Krishna is done. Earlier he was crying, I don't want to fight, I am emotionally drained. And now this Arjun is asking one question. What question is asking? Is participating in the discussion. So somebody is crying, somebody is, depressed and sad. Let him vomit out. After he vomits out, then I slowly do the surgery and the person comes out of the grief or sadness. Arjuna uvacha sita prajnasya ka bhasha. How he talks, how this person talks, how this person walks, how this person sits, how this person conducts. Sitadhi kim prabhashita. So, what has been asked here is that what is the definition, nature, vision, characteristics of an enlightened person? Sita prajna means no ignorance. Thita dhi means no doubt. Samadhista means no lack of experience. Now, I know that I am Atma, but I am not experiencing it. Yesterday, Vimlananji was overhearing one discourse. He was saying, वेदांत समझने में बहुत आसान है, स्वीकार करने में और अनुभव करने में बहुत बहुत कठिन है. I understand. I am Atma. I can give 1 hour lecture on Atma. Nayam Atma pravachanena labhyo. Na medhaya na shrutena. Atma is not attained by listening to pravachan or giving pravachan. Not by intelligence. Not by listening alone. No shrutena. But when I am really convinced about it, then I will go for it. And then it will be accomplished. So who are these people and what is their attitude, transaction? One who has the ability to withdraw sense and mind at will. Why? As no want and no wanting. Prajahati yada kaman sarvan partha manogatan. Atmanneva atmana tushta. Sita prajnasta docchate. So a person who is now reveling in one's own joy because the person has discovered the source of happiness is myself only. My nature itself is happiness, so I am seeking happiness. The person is not interested, and so suppose I ask you, no, this seems to be difficult. No, it is not difficult. When we are extremely sleepy, then I withdraw from the world. So suppose you are sleeping, very deeply, and I come to you and then wake you up at 2 o'clock, and your favorite dish is gulab jam. Suppose I offer gulab jam also, no, I don't want gulab jam. I just want to sleep. So I can withdraw. Those who are not finding any happiness or joy in smoking, non-veg, fish, in going to any other place, no, I am not interested. Movie, no, I am not interested in movie. But some people like that movie, books. We're not saying what is good or what is bad. I can withdraw whatever I don't like or where I don't find happiness. One who is equanimous in sorrow, pleasure, loves all, hates none. So this I must practice. That can I love all and hate none? No, I can love all, but I hate one person. Normally in everybody's life, there are 1 or 2 people whom I hate. So can I be equanimous for practice? One who is free from attachment, fear, anger in dealing with situation, object or person. Whenever I am transacting with the world, people, object, situation, can I ask myself, what am I attached? What is attachment? Mindness. What is mindness? Psychological dependency. Why psychological dependency? Because I assume there is happiness in it. So can I deal with people without fear, anger and attachment? This is what Lord is telling Arjun, that you fight without anger, attachment, fear. One who is awake to the self and sleeps towards the world means One who is one who knows that this is a movie going on. When I'm watching a movie, I may feel that time, but there is a screen behind, that is consciousness. The movie is a drama going on. So when I'm living in the world, the Sita Prajna knows that this is a movie going on, drama going on. I have to play a role and goal. I have a relationship. I have a dialogue to play. I will do that. But internally, I know Amitabh Bachchan knows in Sholay that he is not Vijay, but he has to die as Vijay. While playing that role, 100% he knows all the time I am Vijay. Similarly, while transacting in the world, 100% I must know that I am Atma and this body and mind I am having, and this is a drama going on. In that, the director has given me role, goal, and dialogues. Here, dialogues I may not know, but then I can know what could be the dialogues, what should be the dialogue, Satyam, Priyam, Hitam, Mitam. The dialogue should be such that it creates harmony and peace and joy within and outside. One who has self knowledge and experienced it and abides in it. He is the Sthapratni. Suppose we do not practice this, then what will happen? We will fall down, we will waste our life as a human being. Because the goal of human life is to attain the highest. So this is a classical psychological, even the psychologist, clinical psychologist or psychologist, they say this is one of the best psychology given here. Ladder of fall. No, no, I am angry because of this. No, and I blame other people for my anger. No, no, I'm upset about this. I blame other people for my upset. Here, Bhagavan says that dhyato vishayan punsa sangas teshu upajayate. Sangat sanjayate kama kamat krodho vijayate. Whenever I am angry, I must go back and discover that there will be a desire. And that desire, why that desire come? Desire has come because of brooding. I have constantly thought about it, thought about it, thought about it, thought about it. And when it is not happening or it is getting delayed, I will be angry. But I justify my anger and then say, no, no, I am right. Then the anger will not go. There are people who are not able to overcome anger for years. Life goes, anger is still there. One little prick, I shout. One little prick, I get irritated. Because that brooding is happened on the anatma. Then what happens? Krodhat bhavati sammoha, sammohat smruti vibrama, smruti भ्रंशात buddhinasha, buddhinashat pranashyati. So what is the sequence? Brooding. What am I thinking when I am alone? That is brooding. I am brooding on what? My body, my relationships, my family, my job. Then whatever happens in that, it will create anger. That brooding creates attachment. That attachment creates desire. That desire creates anger. Anger creates delusion. I don't know what is my role and goal. And when that happens constantly, then I lose memory. What is right? What is wrong? No, no, but I remember what is kept where I am a woman. No, no, not that memory. I forget who am I. I am Atma. My nature is Satchidananda. My nature is Sukha Swarup. Loss of discrimination happens so that objectivity is lost in taking a decision. When objectivity is lost, then I lose the opportunity to attain the goal of life. So this must be by heart, and it is a psychology in depth. What happens in our mind? Desire comes much later. Before that, brooding happens and attachment. If I have no attachment, then I can just have it. No problem. If I get it, fine. If I don't get it, fine. Wow, philosophy. With or without, I'm happy. Ladder of rise. What is ladder of rise? Raga Dvesha Viyukta. Same thing is exactly oppositely said. Is that mind control will give us freedom from attachment and aversion. That will give us sense control. I can just control. I can just close my eyes and there will be silence. When I open my eyes, there is service. That is the definition of spiritual life. When I open my eyes, I see what I can serve, what I can contribute, how I can make others happy. Because the best way to become happy is to make others happy. And when I close my eyes, there is silence, peace, equanimity. And then when that sense control happens, Lord's grace happens. And this, earlier I used to say, somebody used to tell me, my name is Prasad. So this is him. Bhagavan has taken my name. Who is Prasad? Prasad is Sarva Dukkhanam Anirasya Prasad is one who removes all Sarva Dukkha. Prasanna Chetaso Yashu Buddhi Paryavatishtai. This is not literal meaning. That divine grace will create peace of mind, end of all sorrows, equanimity, and firm establishment in God. But it starts where? Mind control. But how to control the mind? I must know what is mind, where it is location, what it is function. Mind is flow of thoughts located inside the body, and the function of mind is to feel emotions. So I must become aware. My self-awareness, when it increases, my emotional distress goes down. I must be able to observe it in motion. And then this chapter is complete. I'm so happy we are able to complete in one session. That is our project, because this chapter is a summary in prospect of all Vedantic concepts. So Jnana Yoga, Karma Yoga mentioned. Now Bhakti Yoga, Sannyas Yoga, Bhagavan has indicated in the last one or two verses and then expanded in an entire chapter, because one chapter is there on Bhakti Yoga. One last chapter is there on Moksha Sannyasa Yoga. So secret of peace of mind. Shantim adhigacchati. No, now, just now, I want peace of mind. Because my mind is in pieces. What is been given here in the 71st verse before concluding the second chapter? 4 pointers are there why my peace goes. I have to take care of 4 things if I want peace. Drop 4 causes of Ashanti. First, desire creates Ashanti. Second, I don't have desire, longing. These two are different. Want and wanting are different. My want, suppose I am doing upavas, I am not eating some what you call bhajia or batata vada, but that longing is there in my mind that tomorrow I will eat. And suppose some guest come when I am in upas, I will tell, okay, tomorrow I will eat batata vada. Longing is there. So desire creates Ashanti, longing creates Ashanti, minus, that is attachment creates Ashanti, and I-ness. I am like this, I am like this, I am like this. Nirmama Nirahankara. Adveshta Sarvabhutanam. We saw that verse. We will see later on in detail. Gurudev's favorite verse. So what are the 4 things which creates Ashanti? Desires, longing, minus, I-ness. No, but should we not have desire to listen to Bhagavad Gita? Yes. This desire will take care of all other desires. Desire to liberate will take care of all other desire to be happy will take care of all other desires, but that happiness must be continuous, nitya and shashvata. It should not again go back. That again I have to strive and put efforts for more happiness. What is the result? Shantim adhigacchati. I want that peace. Nisargadatta Maharaj says rock like peace. Jnaneshwar Maharaj says Shanti chipai Shanti. Nivrutti Dataru. Now this peace is not leaving me only. At the depth of my heart, heart is not physical heart, there is peace. All these actions are happening at the periphery level. That desire I must have to have that peace, and that is my own nature. And that my own nature means I have to just attain knowledge where this ignorance will be removed, because the root cause of all suffering is ignorance about the self. Who am I? I'll repeat, the root cause of all suffering is ignorance about the self. Who am I? And that ignorance goes with knowledge. Karma creates shuddhi, pavitrata, sukshmata, but knowledge will remove the ignorance. This peace of mind will lead you to peace of the self. And that's the reason this peace of mind is important in job, family, business. So this answer is very clear. What is the purpose of getting married? Job, business, to have a peace of mind. Not my mind should be in pieces. So what a beautiful logic and higher goal given. Otherwise, some people are doing job and that job is stressing them out physically, creating a lot of problems. Mind is under stress, intellectual confusion, don't know what to do. That is not the purpose of doing the job. Before marriage, I am happy. After marriage, there is still problem. And this will create that Brahma Nirvana, highest state. Brahma Nirvana Mruchyate. Brahmic Sthiti, that is beyond delusion, total fulfillment. So all main topics covered in chapter 2, Jnana, Karma, Bhakti, Sannyasa. And then Arjun is going to inquire because, he has indicated. So we will have further topics where Bhagavan has expanded on Sannyasa Yoga, Bhakti Yoga, Karma Yoga, and Jnana Yoga also. But that's the reason second chapter is a summary in prospect and 18th chapter is summary in retrospect. Again, all topics Bhagavan is going to revise because he knows that in our day-to-day process we will forget. What are the topics? Who am I? Whether I am Atma, Jiva or body. What is God? Depending upon the form and guna. We will have our own concept about God. Nirguna or Saguna, Nirakar or with Akar. So that must be clear. What is the relationship with me and God? Suppose I am thinking is devotee, I am part of it, part of God. Suppose I am considering an Atma level, Aham Atma Gudakesha. Where God is located? In Hridaya of everybody. Sarvasya Chaham Hridisanni Vishnu. What is the goal of life? Knowing my own real nature as Sukha Swarup. What are the qualifications required? We saw in Sitapranya Lakshan. Qualifications of sadhak is earnest inquiry into who am I. And having that Vivek, Vairagya, Shadasampatti, Mumukshatvam, intense desire for this. What are the realized person qualifications for us to practice? We saw around 7 to 8 qualifications given in this chapter. What is the nature of that? It is joyous peace. Continuous, unbroken. That is my nature where I discover that as my source only. That is my real nature. So that is a completion of the second chapter. One chapter, I was praying that let this chapter be completed today with all points covered in detail. I hope we have seen the entire chapter's summary and the main points. That is second chapter, that is Sankhya Yoga. Thank you very much. Om Purnamada Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnamevavashishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Hari Om Shri Gurubhyo Namah. Hari Om.